It's a very, very bad day for Draymond Green. I know the brother. I love him. He's good people. When your coach speaks that way about you, that as classy as Steve Kerr is, he's a credentialed individual. He's been a champion everywhere he's gone. And obviously, we know that he's an exceptional coach and has proven to be, as far as I'm concerned, one of the top 5 coaches in the history of the game. If Steve Kerr talks about you that way, it is something that has been discussed with the hierarchy of the organization, and it has been deemed and determined that you are a problem.
Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Your boy JT here. I got Dub here with me. Together we make up in any arena. Let's go ahead and get into it. So Draymond Green is up to his old antics. If you were watching the game the other night, the Golden State Warriors took on the Minnesota Timberwolves. There was a scuffle that involved Klay Thompson. Draymond runs up. Rudy Gobert is breaking it up, as you can see here on the screen. And Draymond puts him in a full-on headlock. I mean, he went WWE on the boy Rudy Gobert. I even saw Rudy Gobert kind of gasping for breath, trying to breathe, trying to figure out what's going on. The league reviews this. They look at Draymond's history. They give him a 5-game suspension. Dub, I gotta hear from you. What do you think about the incident? Do you think the suspension was justified? Do you think it was too long, too short? What are your thoughts on the Draymond Green incident?
I think the suspension is justified. I did get opportunity to see that clip, and it appears to me that Draymond was in fact taking up for his teammate. So oftentimes when we see Draymond get into these scuffles, the primary issue of the person that starts the issue is really him. Like, let's be honest, it's really Draymond. But for in that situation, I can see why he went up to Rudy Gobert and choked the hell out of him. Should he have gotten 5 games? Yes, I think 5 games is justifiable. I don't know if they're gonna give him paid, no pay. I don't know what it's gonna be. But Draymond, man, keep yourself out of the situations like that. You could have just went up and pushed him, and it would have been fine. You probably wouldn't even gotten suspended because it was a scuffle. But when you put your hand around a grown man's neck, like Jody, y'all baby boy, that's a problem. You just can't do that, man. Safety first. You know what I'm saying? You could have damaged something right there, but I don't know, man. Draymond gives me this tough guy hat, but I truly don't think Draymond Green is really about that smoke. That's just me. And hey, listen, Draymond, I'm talking about you, brother. I'm not trying to go fisticuff with you, but I'm saying I really don't think you about that smoke. I'm just saying.
I feel you. I feel you. Listen, I think the suspension is justified. I think 5 games is. I don't have a problem with the 5 games. I don't think Draymond has a problem with the 5 games. I
Yeah.
actually don't have a problem with the chokehold because if we remember the NBA from the '90s, we're gonna run a few clips right now as we're talking. This is nothing. This is nothing compared to what these guys were doing in the '90s. Elbowing Jordan. Look at some of the clips of the old school Pistons when Jordan was making that ascension to taking the Bulls to being the top team in the East and knocking off the bad boys, the type of things that Detroit Pistons were doing to Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, and their teammates. Look at the brawl at Auburn Hills, the battle in the palace, whatever they call it. Everybody saw that. I remember being a little kid watching Ron Artest go up into the stands and still off on a fan. And I mean, was he justified in doing so? Probably so. People got to stop talking crazy, throwing drinks and throwing ice on the court. But I don't have a problem with Draymond choking out Rudy Gobert. The question is, does Rudy Gobert have a problem with it? You're a grown man. You gotta deal with that accordingly. All right. At the end of the day, it makes for great entertainment. The NBA did what they had to do. The 5-game suspension. I think that's perfect. Draymond will come back. The Golden State Warriors will be fired up, and they're in a great space to make a championship run as they've done in the past. So what I'm more concerned about is seeing if they get ring number 5 as a unit and what's going to happen after the season. But I'm okay with choking them out. I'm
Pause.
sorry to say that, but the world can get mad at us. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments. As always, we need that CLS treatment. Comment, like, subscribe. And we'll be back with more from In the Arena.
Oh.